What's going on, everybody? John Eric Poli here with MyMMANews, back again here at Good Tree MMA in Dunmore, Pennsylvania. Talking now with Gabby Giordano. Gabby, first off, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for doing this. Just a little correction for everybody that just saw the interview with Hunter. I said in that interview, you and Hunter were going to be on the same card together. Not the case, though, right? A little bit of a change. Yes, you're going to be fighting or competing in July. So why don't you first tell us about that? It's a grappling competition and your excitement level for doing that.
Oh, I'm excited. This is my first, real experience doing something like that. It's a cage grappling competition. It's called Sprawl on the Berg out in Monroeville. Taking on a blue belt out of Stout in Pittsburgh. So I'm excited for the experience. A little change of pace, but just trying to stay busy.
Okay. And now you are still trying to get a MMA fight coming up. The next Maverick card is the plan. That'll be in August. So give us kind of the details on that. I know you're in talks right now with the promotion. What could you tell us about what's in store there? Yeah,
and they know I'm always game for anything. So just hoping something comes up. It's been tough to get matchups at 155, which is ideally where I'd like to stay. But I had told them if it means we have to go to 145 just to stay active, then that's what we'll do.
And let's talk now about that move too. Obviously, anytime a fighter changes weight classes, so much goes into all that. How confident are you with the change of weight classes?
I'm really confident. I don't think it'll be an issue getting to 145. It was just I'm much more comfortable at 55. I really didn't cut too much weight, so going to 45 it definitely brings that into the game plan. But I'm comfortable there.
All right. So now a lot of different things going on too with you and you're competing here. So first and foremost here, we'll start with the gym change here. We're in the new location right now. It was funny when I interviewed Hunter, we kind of screwed up at first because I was like, I almost said Scranton MMA. You guys are no longer Scranton MMA. It's Good Tree MMA.
Yes.
Talk about that change first and foremost here, because obviously we're work in progress here. You guys are still setting things up, but I mean, I could tell already, big facility, great thing for the area here.
Yeah, I'm really excited. There's always been talks about us moving to a bigger place. We were outgrowing where we were at. Just happened a little sooner than expected, but coaches are the same, curriculum's the same. All our members are coming back now, so really nothing's changed other than the name.
Okay. So the other change I want to talk about, and this is a good change because I'm going to be very confident in this. Win. You're coming off back-to-back losses.
Yes.
Obviously looking to bounce back into that win column. Everybody here is very confident that you're going to get back into that win column there. Talk about that, just the mindset of that coming off back-to-back losses, how you feel mentally, and how you're staying so mentally sharp and confident. It's a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah, that was tough. The first one was close, a close decision. That second one, that one hurt. That one a little shot, but it's all right. All you could do is put your head down and start training and get back and correct everything that I was goofing up on and things like that. So that's all we've been doing. I'm excited to get back.
So how much, you were a good basketball player first at Holy Cross High School close by here, played then at Marywood and Wilkes University. So we're talking about coming off back-to-back losses in the fight game. When you play basketball, you could lose twice in the same week. So how much did, playing a different sport like that kind of help with everything that's transitioning over here?
Oh, for sure. And it's all it is. You can't dwell on it. You got to put it behind you. You got to learn from it. And like I said, just put your head down and start working and getting back to what you do best. And that's training. So.
Okay. So big question now, how the hell did a basketball player become a fighter? You don't see that too often. You see wrestlers, football players sneaking, soccer players too. Very rare to see a basketball player convert over.
Yeah, so I always wanted to learn how to box. That's kind of where it started. So I started up at Scranton MMA. Was training my freshman year of college, and then just with schedules wasn't able to do it. So I stopped training, and then I actually had a class at Marywood with Tyler Mooney, who's getting ready for his fight here. He's one of the instructors here. And he's like, come back and start training. I'm like, all right. So came back, and I've been here since.
All right. The rest is history from there. I want to ask you about your teammate Hunter. Just interviewed him too as well. Big fight coming up for him, fighting for an amateur title in the Maverick promotion. You've been seeing him train. Just how's he been looking, and how excited are you for his opportunity?
I'm really excited for him. He trains hard. He's here every day, does everything we ask, and he's a great teammate on top of that, which is always important. But I'm excited for him. I'm excited for the opportunity. I can't wait to see what he has to show on June 10th.
And we've been talking a lot about that Maverick promotion. Obviously, Hunter competing there. You're hoping to get on one of their cards coming up here soon. Talk about that promotion. Obviously, you're very happy with it. You had your last 2 fights there. You want fight number 3 to be with that same promotion. What is it about the Maverick promotion that makes you, so willing to compete for them?
Well, I think it's nice that you find trust in the promoters and you're able to communicate with them. I've always had a lot of respect for Willie and Steven and everything that they're doing, and it's not something where we've messaged them and been left unread or been left unheard. So I think we've just able to build a good relationship there, and it's a mutual trust. So we're all very comfortable there.
And now I want to ask you, this is something that I talked to both Jesse and Hunter before their last fights about. Northeastern Pennsylvania, it's not necessarily the biggest hotbed for mixed martial arts, but it's growing. This area is known for wrestling, so hopefully, as you guys build, we'll see more wrestlers come over. I'm very confident this area could eventually really blossom into something, and you're kind of like one of the pioneers for it here. How have you seen kind of the growth in it from when you first started, when you said when you were in college, just wanting to learn how to box to now?
Yeah, I can speak to the team we have here. They're young and everyone's up and coming, but just from when I first started, it was 1, it was 2, and then some guys were leaving or, just life changes that cause you to leave the sport. But I'm excited. The team we have now is the biggest that we've ever had. And like I said, they're young, they're up and coming, but, expecting a lot out of them in the next year, so.
All right, just one other fight game question for you here. This is something, too, that I always find very interesting for fighters very young in their career like yourself. The improvements between fights. I've heard a lot of great things. I've heard there's been a lot of improvement in your game. Where would you say is the biggest thing that you've improved from the last fight to what's going to hopefully now be your next fight here in the next few months?
I think just understanding, where I am and where I need to be successful, and then filling in the gaps where, I may have been lacking before. And that's all it is. I was just trying to become the complete fighter. I think before that, people kind of looked at me like, oh, she's just a striker. And then, you go in and you lose by submission. It's kind of like you validate those thoughts. So just being able to become a complete fighter and fill in where I was lacking. So.
All right, Gabby, appreciate the time. It's been very nice chatting with you. Last thing before we head out, go ahead and plug your social media so people know where to follow you at. You have anything else that you got to plug? Any other great coaches here? I know you guys are teaching classes always. Anything like that? Floor is yours.
Yeah, Steve, Frank, Jess, they're standing outside the door right now. Thank you guys for everything. Honestly, none of this is possible without any of them. So I'm really appreciative for everything they do for us. My social media, it's Gab_Giordano on Twitter and Instagram, and then it's just Gabrielle Giordano on Facebook.